Alright guys, do you want to make it so that your recoil goes from this to this? Make sure you watch this video to find out how I can change my settings on my Cronus Zen to going from this terrible recoil here, which goes all the way up there, to this perfect recoil here. So watch this video, guys.
Alright guys, so to get that super tight recoil, the first thing that you want to do is to download the script Mods for Beginners onto your Cronus Zen, and I've posted the link below to one of my videos showing you how to get that script onto your Cronus Zen. And that will basically just allow you to manually adjust the recoil on your weapons and get it as tight as what you saw in my video. So once you've got that onto your Cronus Zen, you plug your Cronus Zen into your Xbox, PlayStation, and then you can start manually adjusting the recoil, and I'll show you in-game footage in just a second of how I do that. So in order to adjust the recoil in-game, you're going to go to your controller and you're going to press this button here along with the back trigger at the same time. So I'm going to do that now, and then that'll bring up this menu here onto your Cronus Zen. So you'll just scroll down to adjustables, okay, and this will give you these things here. Okay, so it's got the Y, okay, so the Y axis and whatever one this is called. So basically your vertical axis and your horizontal. So it's got the V, sorry, and the H. All right, so it starts off at 24 and 0. I've obviously adjusted it for the weapons. You'll see in the video that I show you my testing and adjusting to get to these figures. But all you'll do is just adjust it. So if your weapon has got too much vertical recoil, you'll increase this number. Okay, and increasing it would mean that the Zen will then give you more vertical recoil control. All right, so if it's kicking up too much, you'll increase it. If you've increased it too much and now the weapon's shooting down, you'll decrease it. So it's pretty simple. And then here on the horizontal, if it's going to the right, then you just give it more left. So you just go negative if it's going to the right. And if the weapon's going to the left, then you literally just go to the right. Okay, so you just do the opposite on the horizontal. So if there's too much right recoil, you give it a bit more left compensation, which means you're going to the left, so negative. And if it's giving you too much recoil to the left, then you just push it to the right and you give it more positive. It's really simple, and I'm going to show you me testing and adjusting this in the footage now, guys.
On the AS Foul. Now the AS Foul is a weapon that's got a lot of vertical recoil. A super powerful weapon, and it's got a lot of vertical recoil. So if you can control that recoil, then you're gonna have a weapon that shreds, basically. So I've turned off the Cronus Zen. So I'm doing my testing. So I've turned off the Cronus Zen, and I want to see just how much this weapon has, just how much recoil this weapon has, and how much I'm gonna have to adjust it. So I'm just gonna aim at this door. I'm just gonna fire without putting any recoil control on my thumbsticks. Okay, so this is at about 15 meters, guys, using this weapon, and you can see that that is how much recoil it's got. Okay, so now I'm going to turn on my Cronus Zen, and I'm going to adjust the settings. So the Cronus Zen, when you first turn it on, the settings that it has, the default settings would be the vertical recoil will be 24, and the horizontal will be 0. I think the horizontal was fine, so I'm just going to change the vertical because it's got quite a lot of vertical recoil. So I'm going to put it up to, let's go with 34. Alright, let's try 34. That's 10 more than its default. It's got quite a lot of vertical recoil there, so let's try it. And let's see how it goes. So hopefully I'm aiming at the same place, and we'll see. So we've put 34 recoil, and you can see it's brought it down a little bit. Okay, and I think we can put a little bit more recoil control on that. Well, we're going to have to if we want the perfect recoil. So going to change the settings now, and I'm going to go up to 44. Okay, let's try it on 44, and now let's test it and see how the recoil is. Low ammo. So at 44, as you can see, pretty much taken away all the vertical recoil. The first shot was here, and then it's pretty much taken away all that vertical recoil. It does bounce more left to right, so it's gone a little bit to the right here. So now I'm going to change the horizontal recoil, just a tiny bit, and see if this works. So I'm going to go -3 because it went a little bit to the right, so I'm going to put -3, which will then hopefully bring it over to the left a bit, and we'll just see how that works. So I'm just going to fight above it, and let's see. Alright, we'll do that again. Went down a bit. Now this is something you're going to have to test and adjust, guys, a lot, okay? There we go. Alright, I think after a minute of how long we've been testing this, I've got it from its original, which was gone all the way up to there, to that spread now. You can, and I could spend another 10, 20, 30 minutes. I could probably spend all day adjusting this to try and get it as perfect as possible. But I think in gameplay, if you get it to a spread like that, without using any recoil control with your hand, without, I'm not even controlling the recoil, I'm just letting it fire, and I've got it to a spread like that. Now, in game, when you're then also trying to control the recoil, so the Zen's controlling the recoil, so you are. I think it's going to be pretty accurate. I mean, that to me, from 15 meters away or however far away this is about 15 meters. I think that's pretty tight. I mean, like I say, guys, you could just keep testing and adjusting this to get it how you like. But yeah, with a weapon like the AS Val, which has got super high recoil, like we could see here, and we've brought it down to literally having no vertical recoil. Okay, no vertical recoil at all. I think that's great, and that just shows you how powerful the Cronus Zen can be in controlling your recoil and making you just be a super hard player to play against, because you can have a super powerful weapon like this with pretty much no recoil. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that sub button, hit that like button, and post your comments down below if you want me to test anything else, guys. Alright.